Dry and hot conditions have made things difficult for Central Ohio farmers. Corn leaves are rolling up in defense of the lack of water, and some ears are not fully developing.
You have trouble right here. There should be kernels going all the way around there, like this one here is. But because there's not, this is, the kernels didn't develop because the pollination didn't, work right.
Dave Black expects to yield only half of a corn crop from his farm at the border of Franklin and Pickaway counties. He will rely on crop insurance to help with the losses.
We use crop insurance, it's just insurance in case we have a disaster like this. Here, we want to be able to farm, next year.
Black has been spraying the weeds earlier to protect what is growing, and while the damage to the corn has already been done, he's hopeful about his soybean crop.
These beans here, they're just starting to, they've podded there, and they're starting to put the little bean inside the pod there. Like this right here, the 4-podded bean here, and there could be 4 beans in there, actual beans. Most of them have 3, there's some 4. There's great potential there if we get the weather, the right rainfall.
To the east in Carroll, David Brandt expects a corn loss at his farm too, but he is counting on his cover crops to help keep things moist.
I think our cover crop has held a lot of moisture for us. We do have nice ears. They're not as big as we're accustomed to. You can notice the leaves are all still green, and when we look at the soil, it's real fibrous. It has a lot of roots in it, and that was the idea of the cover crop, to help conserve moisture and improve our soil health and improve the till, so when we have a rain, it all is captured and goes to the plant.
The lack of rain will still hurt. Brandt is expecting a 30% loss of corn.
This is probably our worst drought year that I've seen. They talk about the '88 drought, but I believe this is even worse than that.
Brandt has used no-till farming and cover crops for more than 30 years. He doesn't have crop insurance, but thinks he will fare okay.
Because our no-till really has been paying us good benefits in the years that we've done it, and never had a crop loss where we lost 100% of the crop. Always been able to break even or do better.
The drought is affecting more than just crops. Livestock farmer Joe Blystone is coping with the rising costs of feeding animals.
Right now we're feeding about 100 market lambs, and of course when the temperatures reach triple digits, they don't grow as well. It affects the time we're feeding them, and since it's been so dry, we don't have the pastures that we usually graze on, so of course we're feeding them hay that we usually hold back until the winter months.
Blystone and his wife own Blystone Farm in Canal, Winchester, and they also sell local meats on site. They will hold on to their livestock despite increased food costs, but many other farmers are taking animals to auction.
We can adjust our prices because we run them through our packing house. The common producer that's running their livestock through the local packing house, they really can't control their prices like we are able to.
The National Weather Service predicts drought conditions to be ongoing in Central Ohio, with a chance for some improvement in the future. All the farmers can do is wait.